Hello, my vivacious Virgo, and welcome to your March monthly reading. This is a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, check out the other signs in your chart in case they resonate with you a little bit better. If you do enjoy this reading, please do like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. It helps me grow my channel, helps to get it to the other Virgos, and it's free fun, right? Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. This top row will be indicative of kind of where you are now, and the second row is kind of where we are headed this month. Again, time is fluid in tarot, so could be where you've been for a while, and then where you're going could be throughout the month, even into April a bit. So let's kind of see what we're working with, and of course we're going to get clarifiers on all of these. So let's get started, shall we? We're starting off with devil energy. So that tells me that you guys have been dealing with some stuff, some things, maybe some stressors. You might be in a relationship or trying to get out of a relationship or recently out of a relationship where you've just been dealing with somebody who's been really a pain to you. Okay. If you look at the devil card, they are tied to somebody else, chained together. So, this person could be really giving you trouble. It could be somebody that you broke up with a long time ago or severed ties with a long time ago, and they're just coming back around, constantly staying in a state of, perpetual pain in the buttness, if you will. It's not a proper term, but they're really causing you trouble, and this could be ongoing for quite a while. Like I said, time is fluid in tarot, so this may not be something that's just right now. This could be ongoing for quite a while for you, and it's just draining your energy. It's literally a malicious devil energy. This doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be like a situation. It could be like your work. This devil could be like generally like a boss at work, a work situation, that kind of thing. It's possible. But in most cases, this is a singular type of person who is putting off this energy. But it doesn't have to be either somebody that you have a romantic relationship with either. It could be a family member that's toxic, a friend that's really done you wrong, and they're trying to come back around, maybe utilize the devil's tools, right? The devil always will try different things, whatever it may be, to try to get back in your graces so they can keep doing what they do, right? So sometimes the devil will come back and apologize. The devil will try to come back and say, oh, I'm so sorry, or try to be nice. That could be what's going on right now too. So just be cognizant, be wise to that. And don't let them do you again the way they've done you before. Your next card is the Judgment card in reverse. And again, that's telling me that, somebody has done you wrong. Okay. So, typically when you have a Judgment card, you feel like you've been able to make good judgments. You feel like you've been able to make judgments where you've sought, if you look at the card, they're kind of seeking on high, good judgments, things like that. But with this being reversed, it kind of lets me know that devil energy has kept you from being able to do that. And you may have made some mistakes or poor judgments, highly likely because of some of this devil energy. And that's kind of put you in a place where you feel like you may be tied to this person. You may have made some decisions that were ill-advised, maybe because of this person's energy, and that's what's kept you tied to them. You may have kids with them. You may have be into a mortgage with them or in a business with them or something like that. That's kind of got you a little bit tied to them. But because of that, that's kind of where you are, and you feel kind of stuck with this situation. However, we do have the, let's see here, we have the 10 of Wands. Sorry, my eyes are so bad today. The 10 of Wands, but it's in reverse. So the 10 of Wands in reverse is telling me that your burdens, normally that's time to put the burdens down. But this is letting me know that, you're continuing to carry those burdens. So I do feel like right now, particularly, you are still feeling the weight of these burdens. So whatever it is that you feel like you're kind of trapped and confined with this devil energy and you're continuing with, you really do still feel trapped with that. It doesn't feel like you're able to quite put them down yet. You still feel like you have to continue on. You're still kind of stuck to this person for whatever reason. You can't exactly cut them off 100% yet, or something is keeping you bound in a way that is not making you feel like you can sever ties entirely. you're not able to make the judgments that you would like to make at this particular time to lighten your load completely. But going forward, let's see what going forward says, if there's anything coming ahead that's a little bit better. So we have the Hierophant, and it is in reverse. So that's under the devil energy. And I think the Hierophant is like a spiritual type of feeling of where you have enlightenment, you have like you're feeling a little bit spiritual, feeling lighter, feeling like you have some connectivity to your spirit guides. Your soul is a little bit more in tune, in line, if you will. But with this being in reverse, I feel like that being directly under the devil card is telling me that for at least a little while, some continued time, I do feel like you are still feeling like you're spiritually weighed down by this devil energy. They're still continuing to bother you for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just because maybe they want you back, if this is an ex, maybe they're jealous. This could be a jealousy situation where, they see that you're doing fine without them in a way that they never saw possible. You're able to cope, if you will, without them, something of that nature. But whatever it is, I do feel like that it's keeping you kind of pent up in your soul. You're not able to feel free, light. Again, you still have some tie to them. You still have some tie to that burden. But moving forward here, we have the Six of Wands, and that is in reverse. And again, that's kind of a similar situation, and it's under the Judgment card in reverse. So while I feel like you want to make a good judgment to move away from that, to move to new opportunities, to move to new options, that right now is not possible for you. I feel like you are in a holding pattern, and it is because of this devil energy. So for whatever reason, you definitely have some sort of tie to this person, and they're tied to you, and it's in a way that is keeping you from being able to break free in the way you need to. You know that. You're aware of that. You're very aware that you want to. Okay, it's not like you're oblivious to it. It's not like you're laboring under some delusion that they're a great person, or you're like blind to the situation and you're, oh, everything's great and they're wonderful. You're not like that. It's not that situation at all. You have something tying you. Again, could be a business situation. You could have a monetary tie to them. It could be that you have kids tying you to them. It could be family tying you to them, whatever it may be. Something is keeping you kind of tied to that, and they are utilizing that tie to every advantage for them, to kind of stay in your life and cause you just havoc. But your ending card is the Ten of Swords in reverse, okay? The Ten of Swords is a stabbing in the back card, okay? It's like somebody has completely done you wrong. They have completely just, really taken you down. They've really deceived you. They've really done you really dirty, okay? But with this being in reverse and this being under your burden card kind of in reverse, but both of them being an ending card, it does give me hope. I do feel like there is definite hope, especially with this being in reverse, that you are going to be able to overcome whatever it is that they are trying to do, or whatever they've done to you in the past, to stab you in the back, or if that's what they're trying to do right now, or if their idea of getting back at you right now, or treating you poorly, or just being around, nagging and causing problems and whatever, is them just trying to be malicious in general. I do feel like you're going to overcome that. You're going to be able to put that back on them and just be done with it. And I do feel like you are going to be able to come out anew and on top. You are going to be able to either sever ties as much as possible, or you're going to be able to just find a way to deal with this in a way that you're able to maintain that relationship that you're unfortunately have to maintain for whatever reason, but do it without letting them harm you. You're going to be able to find a way to do that. I completely believe that. But it may take, the whole month. It may even take into April. It may take you some time to get to that point. something may have to actually happen. So we're going to get some clarifiers here, and hopefully that will help us get some more insight, what you might need to do. These are kind of, this is the Psychic Tarot deck, so this does help to kind of give advice, maybe give you some insight into what you might need to do to make changes or do things that might help you. So let's see what we got for this devil here. Okay, so sacral chakra. So again, this is saying that this devil is not letting you even have healing, breathing, flow. You're not able to even catch your breath. You're so pent and tied to this person that you can't even get a nice deep flow, a nice breath, a nice peaceful shift. So unfortunately right now, you know this, but that's your problem. But we're going to move out of that. So I think you're aware of the problem, and that's the main thing. The main thing is that you're aware. You're not one of these people who is, blinded by love, or in a relationship where you don't see that this person is completely screwing you over behind your back, nothing like that. And so that's the key thing there. And I think that's the best part of it, is that they're unhealthy, that they are affecting your health, your mental capacity, your ability to breathe and feel free, and all of that. They're affecting that, that. So knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is the key. So I think that just being aware is super helpful for you. How about this Judgment in reverse? Okay, so the waiting game. Again, that's exactly what we said. You want to make changes. You want to choose different paths. You know that perhaps this person has caused you to get stuck in a situation, or have in the past led you to make decisions that have caused you to be tied to this person, what have you. But now you're at a point where you want to make changes. You just have to wait until you can. It may be until your kids get a little bit, move out, get a little bit older, until your business gets to a certain point where you can break free, until some, finances come to this, or till you sell the house that you have in common, or whatever happens, whatever it is that you need to do to kind of help break from this person in any regard. It is a waiting game before you can make a change, but you do know the changes need to come. So that is a definite positive. How about this 10 of Wands in reverse? So positive movement forward, okay? Again, this is an ending card, okay? So it tells me that while you can't put all your burdens down quite yet, you do know that they need to be put down. You do feel them. And with it being in reverse, you are going to be working towards that. That is a goal that you're trying to head towards. You are trying to make that positive movement forward. You have 2 2s here as well, if the number 2 means anything to you. But again, you are headed towards that way to lighten your burdens, okay? So you're going to want to start making those moves, making those decisions that are going to help you sever whatever ties you possibly can, as much as you can, from this person. The Hierophant in reverse, deception and envy. And again, this is right below your Devil card. Okay, this is right below where your sacral chakra is just completely feeling like you are overwhelmed. You don't feel good. You don't feel healthy, and it's just stressfully draining, all of this, okay? Hierophant in reverse, you're not feeling spiritually enlightened or well. Your overall well-being just doesn't feel good because you have Devil energy. There's deception and envy. With the Devil, that's the case. And anytime that's existing, you can't feel your best self mentally, physically, spiritually, none of that. We know that to be the case. So, the question is, what can you do about it? You're trying and you're thinking, but you're going to need to do something about it. So how about this 6 of Wands in reverse? Fertility. Okay. Now in this deck, typically fertility, although it can mean, children, having children, those kinds of things. And again, this may very well indicate that your tie has something to do with children. Could be that you have children together. That's part of your tie to this person that's so difficult to sever, what have you. But in the main part of this is fertility is where you start to grow your ideas, start to grow your plans, start to grow yourself, okay? You are you're creating that seed of growth, of you're nurturing that seed, you're creating that seed, that idea. How do I sever? How do I break these ties? How do I start? Do I separate a bank account? Do we sell our house? Do we start doing this? How do I start separating from this devil energy in every way possible? Okay, so this is where you start to conceive those ideas. That's where you start to build and grow those ideas, okay? So that's typically what fertility is meaning with this particular deck. And that is exactly, this is the Six of Wands going forward in reverse, okay? Or it's in reverse in the card. So it's saying that you're not moving forward quite yet, okay? But this is where you start conceiving it, okay? So exactly, once you start conceiving it, conceive, believe, then take action, right? So that's what you do. So once you do that, then that's when you can start kind of cutting them off, or at least cutting off how you react, okay? Because you can't always control what people do, obviously. Most of the time you can't, but you can always control how you react or how you let it affect you, right? So maybe that's the idea you're conceiving, okay? I can't change this person, their attitude, the way they act, what they're doing, but I can control whether or not I let them affect me. And that's the idea you're conceiving, okay? So I'm no longer going to let them stab me in the back. I'm just going to let that flow off my back instead. Heartache and loss, okay? But again, this is on top of this in reverse, okay? So this is telling me that that's an ending card as well. So you're no longer going to allow this heartache and loss from this person. This is the fertility, and it's right under the positive movement forward too, right? So we're putting those burdens down. This is in reverse, the stabbing in the back, the terrible treatment, the deception, all of that. We are taking this idea of, we're growing this idea with the fertility to go forward and not allow this person to do this to us anymore, okay? That's in reverse. So that we no longer have to deal with their heartache and loss. We're not dealing with them anymore, okay? Even if we have to deal with them physically, on a physical level for financial reasons or business reasons or children reasons or family reasons or whatever, we don't have to let them get in our head and mentally affect us. We can stop that. Okay, so let's get a little bit more clarification here. Again, this is on the devil energy and sacral chakra, gratitude, okay? So stay grateful to everyone around you that is supportive, okay? Because you're gonna need them later. Definitely stay grateful to those. There are people around you, they're in your corner, they're supporting you. Recognize them, acknowledge them, stick to them. You're going to need them later, okay? I definitely know that you're going to need them. And there are people there. They see them, they see this person for who they are. They've probably seen this person for who they are from jump. They may have very well warned you about this person, but they're still in your corner regardless. They're not the I told you so kind of people. And you know exactly who I'm talking about, I'm sure. How about on this judgment in reverse and this waiting game? Let's see what we've got here. Again, this is where, early in the month, maybe even mid to late month, you're still waiting. You're still trying to figure things out, and that's okay. Abundance, okay? So again, you're trying to find your own personal abundance. How can you build yourself up strong enough to where you are okay to sever from this person? And for a lot of people, that's the hardest part, right? Especially if you're in a relationship with the person for a long time and you became financially dependent on them, or, your kids were financially dependent on them, or you worked with them and now they were your key to abundance, okay? You worked for them. They were, a superior at work. Anything like that, that you had a relationship with this person, this devil energy, you have to build up your own abundance. That's part of your wait. While you're waiting, work on building your own abundance. Okay. That's what this is telling you to do, because if you are strong and abundant, you need much less help from them. You need much less ties to them, and you can definitely worry less about what they do, because they're going to matter much less when you need much less from them. Okay. So how about this positive movement forward on top of the 10 of Wands in reverse? Trust, okay? So again, this is trusting in yourself that you can put your burdens down and make that positive movement forward. But again, that is going to also be dependent on you building your own abundance while you're waiting. While you're waiting for yourself to get into a position where you can move forward, move away from this energy, you're going to need to trust in yourself. So again, if you need to sell a house, if you need to sell a business, if you need to separate bank accounts, if you need to find a job because you've been a stay-at-home wife, girlfriend, mother, whatever, and this is your significant other you're trying to break off from. If this is a person that you've worked for or with, and all of a sudden you have to find a new place to work, new job, new whatever to get away from them. Okay, you have to trust in your ability to do that. Do not stress over the burdens. You'll be able to put those down. Just make that positive movement forward. But in the meantime, that's what you need to do, is work on building that abundance. Have the patience to build that abundance and trust that you can do that, because that's going to be where you are going to be able to sever your relationship with them. And that's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate end game, right? So how about this deception and envy here? And the gratitude here with these people, these are going to be your tribe, your people that you can count on, hopefully, to help you get to those positions. So, keep those in mind. That you may need those. You may need those connections to help you find jobs, to help you find places to stay, to help you find money, to help you whatever it is that you need help doing to sever ties with this devil energy. We all need help, right? So stay grateful to those people, because you'll remember them, they'll remember you. Those are the people that you can count on, what have you. So deception and envy in the void over the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant in reverse. Again, you're not able to feel spiritually well because of this person. But the void in this deck is referring to you having rest, relaxation, and going into your quiet space, your void, if it were, as it were, to make your plan and come out stronger and better. Okay, so that is exactly what we've got going on here, because you are going to try to build yourself physically abundantly. Trust in yourself. Go in here and conceive this plan in a quiet place, away from all of this chaos. And that's where your fertility is going to come. The seed of thought, planning, what have you, of what you're going to do for yourself going forward, and how you're going to logistically, okay, go about breaking from this person. And with fertility, we have balance, okay? With this Six of Wands in reverse, again, this is a point where you aren't quite moving forward yet. You're more conceiving. You've been in your void. You've been thinking about it. You've figured out the plan, okay, the seed, if it were, as it were, with the fertility. You are conceiving the idea, so you're not quite there yet with moving forward. You are trying to balance yourself, okay? Balance your finances, balance your emotions, balance your mentality, everything, getting everything ready to completely move away from this person. That is your goal. That is your end game. Move away from them. And by moving away from them, I don't necessarily mean physically you have to move 6 states away. I mean moving away from them in regards to how you let them affect you, okay? Again, it could just be that you don't let them affect you mentally anymore. They may still very well be around because you can't cut ties with them based on other things that you have physical ties with them, family-wise, or other things that you just can't cut a tie. If it's the father of your children and you absolutely have to deal with them in some regard, you can't do much about that to some extent, but you can set it to where you don't let the things they say affect you anymore, or the things they do affect you anymore. And that's where you're going to balance yourself mentally and socially and physically and all of these things, so that you can get to your end game here, and which is hunger, okay? And this is where you start moving forward with strength. You're no longer going to be a victim, okay? This is upside down, right? Your victim card, you're stabbed in the back, you're deceived, you're treated like crap card is upside down. You're no longer that victim. Heartache and loss is a thing of the past. This is an ending card. It's a thing of the past, because you are no longer allowing that. And now you are just staying hungry. You're staying hungry, and it's underneath your trust card. You are balanced, you trust in yourself, and you're staying hungry. And why can you do that? You can do that because of all these other steps you took to get here. You took the appropriate steps to first set yourself on a financial path, to set yourself on a mental path. You planned it in your void, you conceived it, you built it through balance, balanced it all out, planned it out, sorted it out, and now you can stay hungry to move forward in a way that will allow you to grow and nourish yourself emotionally, mentally, socially, physically, financially, all of those things, because now you have a balanced path forward without this person affecting you anymore. Now, that may take a while. It may be a month. It may be a month and a half. Like I said, time is fluid in tarot, but it's coming as long as you take the appropriate steps this way and trust in yourself. These cards here are advice cards as well from Spirit. We do like to pull 3 of these for you. Try to get you a little bit of additional advice here going forward. See if that gives you any insight that might help you. I do see the 9 here quite a bit also on some of these cards, if that helps you also. 39 again, so and the 3 is on here. 38, 23, 32. So 3s and 9s are coming up a lot. You are the truth seeker, awakening, actualizing, and transcending. Again, here you're in your void. You're thinking. You're seeking the truth. You know what this person is about. You know how they are. You know how they're treating you. You know what you need to do. And you're in your void seeking the truth, thinking about it. What do you need to do? You're actualizing. You're thinking. You're comprehending. It's exactly all here. Okay. 23. It's that 3 again. It's popping up. Prioritize self-love and care. And it's literally right here. It's saying you're working on your own abundance. It's saying right here, fertility. You are finding that seed of growth for yourself and nurturing it going forward. You are balancing your life out to get rid of this negative energy and move forward into positive energy. You're taking self-care. You're focused on yourself, not this person anymore, not how they affect you. Again, you cannot control what everybody else does, says, whatever, but you can control how you let it affect you. So that is perfectly in line with that as well. And this one, you are out of the woods and you have made it through, okay? And that is absolutely perfect, because right here, once you start trusting in yourself and you put your plan in motion, okay, and you get down here where you no longer are the victim of this person anymore, and you say, you are not going to hurt me or break my heart or make me feel lost anymore. I am hungry for the world. I have got all of this conceptualized, and now I am getting it actualized. I can do anything. I have it. I trust in myself, and I'm staying hungry, and I can have it all. I'm out of the woods. So that is a perfect ending for you. So you have justice for you coming, okay? But it's going to take all the steps to get there. So stay diligent, stay strong, but you've got it. Everything you need, my vivacious Virgos, is right here. So I hope this reading was good for you. If it was, please like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff, comment. It's free to subscribe, so why not? And also, if you did not find this resonated with you, do check out one of the other signs in your chart. Otherwise, check back at the end of the week for your weekend energy reading. Bye.